Jenny and I made it into Tibble Creek, and I'm going to walk along and show you guys the beauty. He was near the reservoir. We already passed the reservoir, and we've both studied the film and just trying to figure out where along this creek or river, whatever you want to call it, he was. There has been a snowstorm that has dropped a little over an inch of snow, so impressions made a little under a week ago by the creature that he filmed up here at Tibble Fork Reservoir. There may be very little evidence left, but Jenny and I will look for fresh trackways if they're still in the area and have made tracks in the last less than 24 hours. We should be able to locate them. I mean, look how beautiful it is up American Fork Canyon at Tibble Fork Reservoir. It's just a beautiful place. Found a cave, and it looks dry up inside the cave. Kelly Shaw, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization. I'm up at Tibble Fork Reservoir. It's up American Fork Canyon in Utah. There was a Bigfoot sighting here just less than a week ago, where the guy actually filmed the Bigfoot. Jenny and I come up here to investigate. We actually did a loop. There's 3 ways into here, and the first way that we came up was on Snake Creek Road from the Heber side, and we had to turn back on the snow on this dirt or muddy road, I should say. We had to turn back because the snow got so deep, and we were only able to get 17 miles from this reservoir. Then we went around and came in on the Sundance Ski Resort side. We got in about a mile past that, and they had the road closed because of the snow, and there was about 4 feet of snow. And then we were unable to get in there last night. They had it closed because of the snow or something. The police had it closed. So we had to stay the night up near here, and we're back up here today. We've been on both sides of Tibble Fork Reservoir looking for footprints. Unfortunately, it snowed about 2-3 inches yesterday and last night, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of sprinkling of snow going on right now. I'm sure it's buried any footprints or evidence of that Bigfoot up here, but we're still looking around anyway. If it's still up here, there's a possibility of getting fresh footprints if it's been anywhere up here in the last 24 hours or so. When we last night we visited the Squaw Peak Overlook. We were up on Squaw Peak last night and filmed that area for you guys, so that sighting report will be coming to you too. I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of years ago, this is in Provo Canyon, those kids caught that Bigfoot that was hunched over. They thought it was a bear, and I shouldn't say kids, I think they were late teens, early 20s. But they were filming it thinking it was a bear, and then it stood up and turned like that, and they took off running. It looks like credible footage to me. There's been 3 Bigfoot films out of here in the last 3 years, or probably 2 years. But it's a Bigfoot hot spot. We're up here looking around. We're going to keep on bringing you sighting reports. Stay tuned to RMSO. We're going to keep on squatching. You just keep on watching. Jenny and I are bigfooting up around the creek and the reservoir this weekend up at Tibble Fork Reservoir in American Fork Canyon. Bigfoot sighting last week with a pretty good video in my opinion to back it up. We want to see what's going on up here. Hopefully we can find some evidence. It's just beautiful up here. We have found some type of a insect that has hatched up here. There's just tons of them everywhere, and if you're a fisherman, you're looking for those and you're trying to match your flies to them, you know, whatever's available at the time. And Jenny made the suggestion that maybe the Bigfoot's in the area because, like, when the moths are just hatching, the grizzly bears will eat them by the thousands. And so, you know, if the Bigfoot knows exactly where they're hatching, I mean, it could sit there and eat them by the hundreds and thousands and possibly get some calories this time of year.
How many calories do the bears get off of the moths?
Oh, those grizzly bears in Yellowstone that eat those moths get about 5 to 10,000 calories in a day because they'll eat for, you know, 23, 24 hours in a day, just sit right up there on those moths while they're hatching, you know. And you wouldn't think a mouth would add up to that much, but when they're eating hundreds or thousands of them, you know, if the Sasquatch are up here eating whatever insect that is. And it's kind of strange that you got an insect hatching. It's still officially wintertime, and look, it's snowing. There's snow up here. It's cold. So
they're sprinkled all over the snow. They're alive and they're crawling. They're everywhere. They're like little mayflies.
Yeah, they do look like a dark mayfly without the huge wings of the mayfly. They remind me of what my dad showed me were rock rollers. Except for the land version of a rock roller. Pull them out from under the rocks and you fish with them if it's allowed in the area.
If we find any more, I'll pick them up and we can put them on camera.
Alright, well, we're going to keep looking around, keep watching. We're going to keep on squatching. These are the insects that are just everywhere up here. Look, it's wintertime, and there was a Bigfoot sighting captured on film less than a week ago, and you know, is he up here just eating these by the hundreds and thousands? I mean, look how easy they are to catch, and they're just everywhere. So, you know, perhaps the Bigfoot is here for these protein calories. The bears eat the moths when they start hatching, and maybe the Bigfoot do too.
Yeah, every couple of feet you'll find one.
We set it down on the snow. I want to get the contrast of it against the snow. How we're finding them. We're just finding them all over on the snow. Did you lose him?
Oh, no, he flew down. He's right here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, something as large as a barrel sitting, eat termites and ants and stuff. And I mean, this is the first day of March. It's wintertime.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. If you could eat several hundred or several thousand of those, that's some good protein calories. You know, not only are we up here to investigate why food sources are one of the whys, and in my opinion, we just found a food source. They're hatching, and they're up here by the thousands and millions.
Another idea is, because of all these bugs that have just hatched, and they're all over the snow, and they're all over the water, the fish could be jumping up and eating the fish, and it's easier just to scoop the fish right out of the water with your hand. They're just tiny brook trout. They're all over in these little streams.
Yeah, if we're finding a location where they're hatching and they're everywhere, so if the fish are getting up these streams to have these as a food source, they're also available for the fishermen and possibly the Bigfoot that was spotted here last week.
The streams are so narrow and so
Shallow.
And the fish, they're just brooklings, they're small, so you can just scoop them right out with your hand. Even people can do it, it's not hard.
Yeah, I've seen friends do that in these shallow sections, just scoop one right up onto the bank.
Yeah.
So if a person can do it, I'm sure it's not out of the realms of a Bigfoot.